Hi there, this is Diecast channel, and in this video we're going to do one more review on the 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado made at a 1/18 scale by Yatming. So if you like those American cars, especially this very special model that was a revolutionary automobile and today a very collectible item, stay with me to the end of this video. And also don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed yet. Give me a thumbs up, share this video, and also click the bell for news. So let's unbox this car and take a better look at it. 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado that's made in a gold color. It could be either trumpet gold or Sierra Mist. I'm not quite sure which tone is the correct one. I'm just comparing this color to the color palette for 1966. The two colors are quite close. I'm not quite sure which one is the correct one. Anyway, it's a very nice color and the car has very nice lines. In 1966, Oldsmobile Toronado was somewhat revolutionary. It was also a very attractive car. It not only looked luxurious, but it also had a very nice performance with a powerful engine, and the front wheel drive gave this car a very nice handling. It was comfortable, it was smooth, nice, and today it's a very collectible car. For 1967, the changes were just slight changes, perhaps in the grille. The car was almost the same for 1967. But then in the 70s, the old Toronado became a bolder and heavier car, but still a very attractive and nice car. This model car made by Yatming in a 1/18 scale is a very nice reproduction. It has great paint job, and compared to that black one I've shown before in one of my reviews, this car is way better than that one, since this one doesn't have any paint issues at all. The details are very realistic, and the car was very well represented in this model car. When we compare this model car to the picture of a real thing on the book, as we're going to be able to see, it's got very nice trim, good quality chrome, working concealed headlights, steering front wheels, opening doors and hood. Unfortunately, the trunk is not openable, which is a minus for this model car, but still it's a very attractive model car, and being a basic to intermediate model car makes this a very nice product. So we're going to take a look at its details right now. Encyclopedia of American Cars, that's by David Vivian. I believe this is a British author, and this book has a lot of information on some American cars. You're going to see some details on the 66 Oldsmobile Toronado. You see here on page 140 a picture of a Toronado. This is a publicity picture back from the 1960s, 1966, when this car that was considered revolutionary at the time was launched. This was not only a very attractive car, but it was also very innovative for Oldsmobile. It had a 425 cubic inch V8 with a 385 horsepower. It also had a 3-speed hydromatic transmission, and being a front-wheel drive made this car very nice handling. Today it's a very collectible car. We can notice that the model car is very realistic when compared to this car. The wheels and tires are very similar. Position of the door handle and the door lock, mirror, the logo, side markers, headlights. They're retractable, the logo and the grille. They're also very realistic in the model car when compared to the picture very attractive, stylish, and clean front of a 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado with the retractable headlights. Very clean design grille. For 1967, it would have a little more square mesh. The front bumper with those fins that go together with the body fins. The hood that's very well aligned. The Oldsmobile logo. A badge right here, and the letters, we cannot read them very well because of the color. In the black car, they really show a little bit more. They are made with very good quality decals. The windshield wipers, they're towards the center, like in the 1950s cars. A very good transparency for the windshield, a retracted antenna, and very well proportional rear view mirror and very realistic too. It's very similar to the real car. A very nice detail about this car is we have a lever that we push and the headlights. The engine bay of the Toronado, that's very well made. Different from some Yatming models that have a cast upper part and a cast lower part. This one has the engine as a separate part with all its cables and wires, its radiator hose, the radiator shroud, the air filter pan with the alternator, the engine that's made in silver, the radiator cap, and some more details on the engine bay that are very well made. This car doesn't have the same refinements we find in some more expensive brands, but if we consider that it's a basic to intermediate model car, this engine bay is really well made. A closer look at the logo. Very nice looking interior for this car. We have a steering wheel that's very modern, a dashboard that's very modern and looks very nice with this chrome trim and some decals marking the instruments. We have those buttons and knobs, the air outlets, two pedals, the gas and brakes since this is an automatic car, and a gear lever that's right here in the steering column and the bench seat with tilting backs. We even have seatbelt buckles. That's the retractable seatbelt. And a door panel that looks very good with a very good realism for this model car. Black texture that mocks the carpet and a rubber floor mat on the driver's side. From the passenger side, another look at the dashboard and the pedals. Their gas and brake and parking brake. Far left, we could not see from the driver's side. As we could expect from a simpler model, there's no headliner. A very nice rear end with a very good transparency for the rear window. And the trim that goes around it, it's cast in metal and painted on with silver. Has a good realism. The deck lid does not open, but it's very well cast in metal, as well as a trunk lock and those louvers between the deck lid and the rear window. The tail lights have also a very good realism. They are actually painted on chrome, so the chrome shines through and makes them look like acrylic. The rear bumper that has a very good realism, very good quality chrome, and goes very well with the rear lines that look very nice and very smooth. The dual exhaust could look a little bit more realistic by having some tiny holes marking the exhaust tips. Very nice looking undercarriage for this car. That's the body on frame. You can notice the frame and the floor of a car without that tunnel, since we have no drive shaft and no differential. This is a front wheel drive car, so all traction system is right here in the front suspension. That does not work, but the wheels steer. And as we noticed, the engine is a separate part. Dual exhaust, that's formed by two mufflers that are separate parts. The only minus, I would say, are the tips that could be a little bit more realistic. The gas tank is good. Rear suspension is good. The front suspension is good. Wheels and tires are great. Overall, it's an excellent model for a basic to intermediate. Rating this car from 0 to 10, I would give it a 9. I think it deserves a 9. It's a very nice model car, and if we take it as a basic to intermediate model, we're going to notice it's a very honest product and very well made. The only minus would be a fixed trunk lid, since these types of model cars could have an open trunk lid being nicely made. Anyway, I still prefer fixed parts to poorly made opening parts or movable parts. And this model car is a very nice example of a basic to intermediate well-made model car with very nice finishing touches, very good quality chrome, very nice paint job, realistic wheels and tires, and a nice interior. So I'd like to thank you for all likes and views, for all subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed yet. And also give me your thumbs up and share this video. And let me know down in your comments what you think about the video and about the car. If you have any further information on the Oldsmobile Toronado you want to share with us, do so in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.